What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. For those who are new to my channel, I am Doc JC, and don't forget to like and subscribe on this video. So today, we're going to review a video about DNA extraction. So let's first define what is DNA. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid that is found inside the cell and are responsible for the development of an organism, to live, and for reproduction. So, and now we're going to define next is what is DNA extraction. DNA extraction is removing the deoxyribonucleic acid or the DNA from the cell and expose it to the environment without damaging it. DNA extraction is usually used in forensics during crime investigation, developing drugs and vaccine, and even looking out for diseases that are transmitted from your parents. So, let's get it done! So these are the materials that are needed. Yeah, blender, 70% alcohol. We should use 70% alcohol, specifically isopropyl and ethanol. Isopropyl and ethyl alcohol. So, and then pineapple juice as an enzyme and dishwashing liquid for to degenerate the cell membrane. So in this part, we are the guy is using a warm water. Warm water is for deactivation, or it deactivates the DNA enzymes, which if present would cut the DNA into fragments that it would not be visible. The DNA would not be visible. So we should also be taking note of the temperature, because at 60 degrees, DNA enzymes will deactivate. But beyond that temperature, let's say 80 degrees Celsius, the DNA itself will be degenerated and then it won't be extracted anymore. So there's a chopped banana and there's a salt. And then, the guy blended for 15 seconds. Usually when I was in Velas as well, we also use this. We also performed this experiment, but it was pandemic during that time. So we use homemade materials just like this. And we instructed to blend it for 15 seconds before. That is for is to not disrupt the DNA, and it won't disrupt the DNA, and be careful to not overspinning it, and then just the right speed to make it into a liquid-like or into a good mixture for DNA extraction. And then we usually blend it for 15 seconds. Okay, we'll be using strainer in this part, because so that we can filter out those improperly blended materials or the big components from the fruit. And then liquid detergent is used, and then the lower part is a mixture. So liquid detergent is used because it pulls apart the fats and proteins that make up the cell membrane, as proteins that make up the cell membrane surrounding the cell and the nucleus. So once the membranes are broken apart, the DNA is released. The DNA is released from the cell, and then slowly mixing it, slowly swirling it, swirling the mixture to not damage the DNA. And then after swirling, let the mixture sit for like 10 minutes maybe, and then proceed to the next step. And then slowly swirl the mixture. Timer for 10 minutes. Let it sit for 10 minutes. And then there are a simple tip for you guys. No, we can use small containers, or if you have test tube, you can use test tube, because small containers and transparent containers. No, because this is to reduce the amount of the alcohol that we will be using. The more mixture, the more alcohol will be needing. Yeah. So the smaller the container, the better. And we won't be using a lot of mixture for this. Just like appropriate amount for our extraction process. And then the pineapple juice is added. Actually, there are three materials that can be used, that can be found in our home. So these that are the enzymes, that contains enzymes, that are able to cut apart the proteins to leave the DNA alone, so that it won't disrupt our extraction process. One is meat tenderizer, the other is contact lens solution, and then this guy that he's using is a pineapple juice. Any brand will do, unsweetened, or as long as it's pineapple juice. By the way, you don't need those two more containers. You can use only one if you would like to do. If you would like that. And then there you go. A 70% ethyl alcohol or isopropyl alcohol is a must, and we should be using that alcohol only. And then the fruit mixture with pineapple juice already there. So again, and this 70% alcohol, ethyl and isopropyl, precipitate out the DNA to the alcohol solution so that it can be seen. So this is now the helpful use of small containers. The amount of alcohol should be almost equal with the amount of the mixture. Then after filling, stir gently the alcohol layer in order to see the DNA clearly. Slowly swirling so that you can't damage the DNA. Again, with alcohol, you can make like 2 layers of it, and you can see in the video. Yeah. Yeah, stir gently the alcohol layer. There you go. That's our DNA. Yeah, as you can see in the picture, the upper part, the clear layer, and then there's like clumps there. Oh, that's our DNA. And then you can recover our DNA from the alcohol layer, and you can put it in the filter paper or band paper, so or any construction paper, so that yeah, you can clearly see it with your naked eye. But the DNA, you can't really see it with your naked eye. It's like very small. These are like, I think, fragments. These are the DNA fragments that, or strands, or yeah. And then, so there you go. You have your DNA. It's so easy that even you could do it in your home. Even me, during that time when I was in Velez, I could do it with, in my home with my friend taking video of me, and then it's like a very intuitive and very creative, and I really like that project before. So, um, and DNA extraction is helpful in solving out crimes and predicting your disease. Not really predict, but looking out if you have hereditary transmitted disease or hereditary diseases. Of that, from the newborn, like we can use this procedure like this with newborn screening, and even developing medicines and vaccines to uplift our healthcare. So I think that's the entire video, and I hope you learned something with my review, and I hope, and you can watch this on YouTube too. It's most trending video on YouTube. So this is Doc JC again, and that is our review for DNA extraction. Don't forget to like, subscribe, so that you can tune in for more videos. And that's all. I'm out.